Started in Ohio, as most black artists. We start out in the church, from our parents, sending you to church every Sunday and singing in the choir. And, I started singing there. From there, I started my own little band. Used to sing with an artist that came to be quite famous, Vesta Williams. Me and her started our first band together, Sweet Justice. And from there, it's like contagious, because once you get it in your blood, you got to stick with it. It's like, anything else that you love. And I've been doing it ever since.
Great, great. Now, where do you see yourself going from this new video you have out?
Well, Barbie, to be honest with you, I have no expectations. I think everything that's happened so far has been great, because if you have expectations on something, then you open yourself up for disappointment, and I don't want disappointment. I've had disappointment so many years of my life. So it's easy just to take this one like just one step at a time, just as it goes. It is what it is, and it'll go as far as it goes, and, we'll just take it each day at a time.
Now, David, what has been your influences throughout the years?
Well, as I said earlier, I don't know if I did say earlier, but I thought I mentioned I'm from Ohio, small town in Ohio, where we didn't have a whole lot of popular music. I mean, I used to listen to country music for like hours because there was no other medium in this small town I lived in until like 12 o'clock at night. Then I could get my little radio and I could tune into like some Chicago stations. And so I kind of got a real eclectic array of music in my background, from like some country, some rock, some pop, some reggae. My dad was into jazz. And so my music, it reflects all that. I mean, when you're surrounded by something, it influences you. And of course, I love Marvin Gaye. I love all the R&B artists. I love Sizzla, Capleton. I love dancehall. Love Marley. I love reggae. I love, everything. So quite eclectic mix.
Now, David, what artist and label are you on today?
Well, to be honest with you, Barbie, I started my own label. After years of struggling, trying to be an artist and talking to labels, excuse me, I decided to start my own label. I finally got the financial resources to start our own label, Martell Records, and we're doing good. I mean, we've got a really nice promoter, Howie Rosen Promotions, and everybody's going forward. I appreciate you guys helping me out, playing my songs and giving me this interview, and hopefully this will be a domino effect and go from there.
Great. Well, what should we expect when we look at this video coming up?
You'll expect to see something totally different from the videos that you've probably seen, because we didn't focus on showing a lot of TNA on the women, and all the guys aren't really thugged out in wife beaters. I mean, the guys are in suits, the ladies are nicely dressed in designer clothes, and we were going for some kind of urban, futuristic kind of nightclub scene, and I think it came out really classy. Yeah, that's the word I would say, classy.
Great. So why don't we just take a look at that video right now and see what the audience thinks?
All right. Right here on Rhythms. Check it out, you guys. Anyway, by David Martin. Anyway. If I ask you for a dance, would you say okay and take my hand? Dance the night away. And I was thinking maybe later on I could ask to walk you home. Would you smile at me and say okay? Because I'd like to get to know you and think of you as a friend. Say, I'd like to get to know you. I'm feeling better now. After I dropped you off at home, I wonder if I could call you on the phone. Talk until the day, and then I know that you would see that you could be with a boy like me. It's the way it's got to be on this day anyway. Say, like to get to know you. Think of you as a friend. But I never ask you for that dance, and you'd have never reached to take my hand. We would never be in this romance anyway, anyway. If you'd have never let me walk you home, then our love could not have grown. And now we never have to be alone since that day anyway. Say, I'd like to get to know you and think of you as a friend. I say, I'd like to get to know you. I'm feeling ivory now. Come now, baby, it's time you discover. Rasta man, he was meant to be your lover. He's the man for you, the one to treat you right. Never leave you lonely in the middle of the night. Say, rock you good like a real man should. Give you plenty love and make the boom boom good. He's the one that you should be in love with now. One day you will marry and you'll have his child. Say, if I never ask you to dance, and you'd have never reached to take my hand, we would never be in this romance anyway, anyway. If you'd have never let me walk you home, then our love could not have grown. And now we never have to be alone since that day anyway. If I never ask you for that dance, if you'd have never reached to take my hand, we would never be in this romance anyway, anyway. If you'd have never let me walk you home, then our love could not have grown. And now we never have to be alone since that day anyway. I'd like to get to know you, to show you, girl. Say, hey, I'd like to get to know you.
Oh, David, wow, that was great.
Thank you, Barbara. Well, I'll tell you what, it was quite an experience shooting it. It was my first video ever. I mean, we had a great cast, great crew. I mean, right down to a stylist, to a, you know, had this guy running around making sure everything, a continuity expert, somebody to make sure that my collar was just set just right and in one scene to the next. So it was a lot of fun. Quite an experience.
So where was the video shot?
It was shot in Vallejo, California, at the Masonic Temple, and they have a room there called the G Room. And a buddy of mine that plays keyboards used to tell me that years ago that they used to have like all these really crazy rituals in this room. You can see the room's kind of dark and all wood, so it's like a really unusual room. And we had a great time in there. The acoustics were great. The hardwood floor was just shimmering, shining. The director, Arthur Feidler, young kid out of Marin County, he's got a bunch of videos out right now, and he's getting more every day, but this was his first music video. Since then, he's gotten a lot of offers because he did such a great job. David Perry was our photographer. He's the one that set all the scenes before we filmed them, because we had to, like, we set the scenes, took a picture of it, made sure everything was just right and how it looked good, and then we'd bring the camera in and film the scene. So it was quite an experience, you know. Videos are shot way different than you think they are, you know. They're not really done like, you know, you would think. It's all different pieces that they splice together. Yeah, it was really cool.
Okay, so where do you see yourself going from here? Are you going to be doing any future shows here in San Diego or out and about?
Thank you for asking. We plan on putting together a major fall tour this year. I got a promoter that's working with me on the college level and also on a mainstream level. We're going to be hitting clubs hopefully in September. My album will be released at the end of this month, July. It'll be in stores by, let's say, the first week of August. And from there, we're going to start just booking everything and hitting every place we can. Hungry. Ready to go.
Hello, welcome back to Rhythms on the Rock Side. I'm your host, Athena. If there is a video out there that you are wanting to see, go ahead and email me at rocksidetv@aol.com, and I will go ahead and get that out there for you. Up next, I have the